And you're very welcome here to the National Basketball Arena in Tallaght for this Hula Hoops Under-18 Women's National Cup Final. I am joined here today by Martin Conroy. Martin, Glanmire versus reigning champions DCU Mercy. What do you think of this game?
Yeah, I watched both teams in their semi-finals down in Cork just after Christmas. You know, Glanmire have got to make sure they don't give a start to DCU. It's going to be a little bit tougher to pull it back like they did against Brunel.
What a game that was.
Oh, fantastic game. And, you know, the basket winner at the end from Maeve McCarthy was exceptional. So it's important that they get away to a good start. For DCU, it's important that they keep Annalise quiet, keep her off the three-point line, make her, you know, shoot difficult shots. And as we say that,
boom! The arm was loaded and the shot hit the target.
She had 40 points in her last school game. Right?
That's ridiculous, yeah. She's such a pacey little guard, like we saw yesterday in the 20s with Alex Machetta of Brunel. Annalise has the same kind of style of play. She flies up and down the court. Hard to believe, Kojak, she's still under 18.
It's crazy, like the experience that she's gained over the last couple of years, stepping up to the Super League panel, you know, and also the Europeans last year. Yeah, she's a fantastic talent, and you know, looking forward to watching her play again today.
Yes, indeed. Glanmire in the dark blue, the royal blue, and DCU Mercy in the sky blue, as Tara Lynch of Glanmire gets them off the mark.
Yeah, it was a great baseline drive from Maeve McCarthy and a nice little pitch inside there for the layup.
This most of this DCU team, of course, crowned under 20 champions last night. A back-to-back under 20 win for them. And that pass from Elizabeth Black to Power Cassie just had a little bit too much on it.
Here's Maeve going down the middle, just kicks it back inside. Nice little touch off the glass there for two for Glanmire. Glanmire
in the lead, 4-0. Oh, a super defense from Elizabeth Black there to dispossess Quivo O'Driscoll with the drive to the basket.
Elizabeth had a big game last night as well.
And a fabulous ball inside at the other end to Rhoda Power Cassidy, all the way through from Nicole Clancy, the under 20 MVP last night.
Yep, from Nace, I believe. Her dad John, I used to play against him many years ago. Great player. Great family tradition there, the Clancys with their grandfather Joe as well.
Good hands again from Elizabeth Black. Dispossesses even Glanmire, and we are back with DCU out to Clancy, down to Maeve O'Shea. Clancy with a great drive and a lovely step through. Oh, that was beautiful, Kojak.
Yeah, a little Euro step there and nice soft finish, little scoop layup. Great finish from Nicole.
It's all square here at the National Basketball Arena. Interesting to note, Kojak, as well, this Glanmire team have a lot more height than Brunel did last night against a tall DCU team.
Yeah, they're definitely a lot bigger, but you know, DCU are big as well, so I don't think they'll be worried about that.
No, that's what I mean.
It comes down to the guards, and I see them double teaming on Annalise there straight away on that possession, so that could happen a lot as well.
Yeah, she'll be working hard for every ball today. Brona Power Cassidy to Black, inside to Cassidy again. Clancy was calling for it, she got it, just falls off the glass though. And Annalise fires the ball up to Maeve McCarthy, but it just doesn't go.
Yeah, just a little bit high on that occasion. And good to see Glanmire out running the floor, looking to see if they can make easy layups.
Front row of that stand in front of you, full of the Glanmire Super League team. Ashley Prim with a big blue and white drum there in the front row, ready to cheer on their under 18 teammates.
Both clubs do that really well. They support their underage programs.
Power Cassidy with a lovely shot there for Glanmire, or DCU rather. Annalise to O'Driscoll. She takes it on herself, tried to find an avenue through Brona Power Cassidy, but it was not happening.
Just talked to Mark about Quiva here. She drives. She was unlucky, tried to get the pass away, but it was great defense from Brona. Quiva came from Lee Valley seemingly 3 years ago, and you know, she shot into Pat O'Neill's Irish squad now for for the under-18s. Great pass inside.
What a pass is right, and a lovely, lovely finish from Ali Donoghue. Another one who's been in and around the international squads as well. Maeve McCarthy onto the left hand, drives through. Foul is called though.
Yeah, it's an excellent call. Here's the pass inside again from Elizabeth into Ali, and a nice finish. That's a good call there from Aramis. Just a little push in the back there on the offensive boards from Glanmire.
6:02 to go in this opening quarter. Very evenly matched so far, Kojak.
Yeah, you know, the defenses are playing well. You know, DCU are finding a little bit more inside now as well. They're getting, you know, layups from good passes, penetration and kicks. You know, it's, you see this here, it just comes off. For Ali there, she just comes off, and the rebound comes off number 15 for Glanmire. It's an interesting game, but at least, you know, Glanmire got something more on the board than they did in their semi-final at this stage.
Yeah.
So, and they're playing good defense. They've held DCU to 8 points, so it's a good start for both teams, really.
The start that Glanmire needed really as well, because as you said, in their semi-final against Brunel kind of powered through in the first quarter, and then we saw it with DCU's under-20s last night. They put up a big score in the first quarter against Brunel's under-20s, and that fast
15-1 at one stage in that game last night.
That fast start can be all the difference when you get down the stretch later in the game.
Great passive move, unlucky with the finish.
Tara Lynch from Glanmire, but it's Ali Donoghue picked up the rebound, and we are back with Brona Paracasti to Black. Ali Donoghue wasn't expecting that. Mia Furlong comes out with it, and a lovely pass up to O'Driscoll. She draws the foul from Clancy. Mia Furlong, another of Andy Gill's under-16s last year over in Macedonia.
You see Nicole just getting there a little bit late. He's going to send Cueva to the line here, Cueva O'Driscoll.
As Roisin Quirk checks in for Glanmire's Tara Lynch.
I have to say, I love the way Damien Seeley coaches. He just lies back in his chair there. He's got his work done before he gets here, and you know he's going to be there to when his team need him as well.
And Deborah Seeley with a great game in the under-20s last night as well. But yeah, relaxed coaching it looks like on both sides really. They know this game. Clancy,
beautiful.
What a pass.
Just delayed that long enough, you know, so that she was able to attract the defense, and then a little dish inside. Easy two for Brona.
Super pass. Or DCU with a 6-point lead now. 10-4. O'Driscoll called, for the travel there.
Just watch this, Mary, as Nicole drives to the basket, picks it up just inside the key. Oh, it's a fantastic pass to Brona.
Yeah. And we are headed for a timeout here with 4:37 to go in quarter one. Just under the midway mark here in this opening quarter, DCU Mercy leading 10 points to 4 in this Hula Hoops Under-18 Women's National Cup final. As we open up proceedings once more with DCU. Looking to get through. Fiona O'Grady, that is, looking to find a route through. Comes out to Clancy. Niamh Kenny's calling for it. She gets it. Oh, super rebounding from Brona Power-Cassidy. And what an attempt there as well. Nicole Clancy battling so hard.
Yeah, Brona took a big hit there, and then you see Nicole flying in for the rebound. You see Brona going up here, takes a big hit, kind of maybe forced to contact herself, but there's a rebound from Clancy, and she's going to go to the line now for 2. Glanmire got to get the ball in the hands of Annalise Murphy. You know, she needs to be scoring for them.
First one's good for Clancy. Two from 2 as Tara Lynch comes back in for Glanmire in place of Mia Furlong.
Full court pressure in now from DCU. This is what they did to Portlaoise in the semi-final. Really puts
it's tough to break.
Puts the offense under so much pressure, even just to get the ball over half court.
Yeah.
But then you've got time taken off the clock when they do get there, so the shot becomes more difficult as well.
Yeah, under pressure straight away. Shot here from O'Driscoll. Power-Cassidy had just cross wires there, so Annalise Murphy picks up that pass, and she fancies the long shot and gets her own rebound from it. Pops it out to Maeve McCarthy.
That was a good pass from Maeve. She's unlucky that
Roisin Quirk just couldn't keep it in play.
Yeah, just couldn't gather it.
Clancy. Again, that big cross-court pass that DCU have done a few times now today, and it's worked out. Brona Power-Cassidy.
Yeah, like it's a great drive against that defense, and then just a kick to the short corner, and you know that's Brona's shot. She's going to make that more often, and she misses it.
A 10-point lead for DCU Mercy. Annalise pops it out to Quirk. O'Driscoll gets around Clancy, and Annalise comes to help her out and drives. Oh, lovely ball inside by Annalise. Unlucky by Quirk there that she couldn't keep a hand on it, but a great move by Annalise right around the court.
Yeah, she's doing a great job of, here's that pass again, and Brona Power-Cassidy with a fabulous shot, but Annalise is trying to bring her teammates into it. You know, she's not scoring herself, to putting a lot of pressure on her defense. She made a great pass there, and it's just unlucky with a finish.
Kenny to Clancy. Lucky to get that pass off there. Maeve O'Shea with the shot. Fabulous score from Maeve O'Shea.
You have to start asking the question, how is this defense working? Do they need to put more pressure on the shooters? And Glanmire will probably switch that in a few minutes, I'd say.
Especially when you've shooters of the caliber of DCU Mercy as well.
Yeah, like people who are used to shooting here. You know, it's a tough place to shoot. Well, unless you're CJ Fulton or Kira Bracken.
Yeah, exactly. Sure, it's practically some of these girls' home court at this stage after the Euros during the summer last year. Maeve O'Shea definitely no stranger to taking shots in here.
Four seconds on the shot clock. She's got to force it now. Didn't get it away.
And it's back in the hands of DCU Mercy. Looks like Ciara Phillips is going to come in for them.
Glanmire got away to a great start, but like their offense has been non-existent for the last 6 or 7 minutes, and it's due to great defense from DCU.
Power-Cassidy goes baseline and a lovely left-hand layup. Super score. She's a bright spark in that offense.
Yeah, she's playing really well, and I think she's got about 6 or 8 points now already out of that 18.
We're ticking towards the end of this opening quarter. 1:45 on the clock as Annalise weaves around the DCU defence. It doesn't drop, but there's good rebounding under the boards there by Roisin Quirk.
That's great boards from Quirk and getting the put back as well. That's, you know, her team needs to see more of that now as well.
Again, Kenny with the long pass across the defence, and Clancy almost gets a reward from it, but Quirk again picking up the ball off the boards.
You can see that skip past Mary is definitely creating a lot of space for shots for DCU, or taking the dribble and drive on it.
Yeah, it's really putting pressure on the defence to try and rejig themselves in time. And as you said, it's producing a lot of these shots.
You see Annalise come here, she just drives in. I don't know if she extended there. I think the defense was falling down anyway, so it's a good call from the referees.
Niamh Hickey and Ciara Phillips coming onto the court there for DCU Mercy. As Tara Lynch gives it off to Murphy again. She's against the shot clock here. And it's gone out. Good defense there from Fiona O'Grady at DCU Mercy.
It's kind of been the story of the first quarter. Like, their DCU defense is just swarming Glanmire. They're not giving them easy passes, not easy shots. They're doing a great job so far.
40 seconds to go in this opening quarter. Cara Cassidy, she's a few free around her and she finds one of them, Phillips. Unlucky not to see that one drop. And Annalise Murphy looking to get something set up before this buzzer sounds. Tara Lynch fancies the shot off the front of the rim, and Murphy with the rebound. And it's a battle under the boards there, and it's gone out for a Glanmire ball.
Great hustle from Glanmire there to get the ball back. They're going to have 12 seconds now to get a good shot away.
Oh,
great pass.
That's when the play works perfectly.
Yep. Still time for another shot from DCU though.
Cara Cassidy's going to take it. Ooh. And at the end of quarter one, it is a 10-point lead for DCU Mercy, 18 points to 8. And welcome back here to the National Basketball Arena, where we are about to get quarter two underway in this Hula Hoops Under-18 Women's National Cup final between Glanmire and DCU Mercy. DCU Mercy here with the inbound in the sky blue kit, playing from left to right on your screens. Have a 10-point lead after that first quarter, and Phillips extends it to 12.
Yeah, like they move the ball really well, and like they're finding the open player every time when they get the defense out of position. Glanmire have got to do something about getting Annalise in the game. Like, she's just literally standing on the other side of the floor, and nobody looking to go screen for her, not to move to get her free, you know.
Phillips again. Oh, lovely score from Phillips. 2 in a row.
Yeah, it's a quick 4 points from Kira there.
And of course, this is game 2 of today's action. We are going to follow this game with the Hula Hoops Under-18 Men's National Cup Final, which is set to be a cracker between Neptune and Temple Oak. Neptune, of course, reigning champions of that age group. Temple Oak coming off the back of a huge win. Well, half their team, at least, who play for Temple Oak College and won the Under-19 Subway Schools during the week against St. Malachy's of Belfast. So it's set to be a cracker. That's going to be followed up at 4 o'clock with the President's Cup Final between Ballincollig of County Cork and Keene Super Value Killorglin of Kerry. Both teams headed for their first senior men's national cup final, so said to be an interesting one. Killorglin currently top of the table, beaten most recently by yourselves, Kojak, down in Carlow.
That's correct, Mary.
Just thought I'd throw it in there for you. So yeah, and then we're going to follow that all up with an 8 o'clock tip for the men's Super League final live on TG Cahir at 8 p.m. this evening. UC Marion and Black Amber Temple Oak. But back to this game here, and a tough long shot there from Glanmire's Claudia Carney has gone out over the end line now, and it's going to be a Glanmire ball.
Just a little mix up under the basket there. The two Glanmire girls just getting each other's way, but they got lucky and get the ball back.
Annalise with that 3. Oh, that was all net.
That's the first time they've got her free. You know, they come up, set a pick for her, she came off it, and she's able to do that. She's able to catch and shoot off a pick or take one dribble and hit that shot every time.
That is what the word swish was designed for, that shot from Annalise Murphy.
Great job from Kira Phillips at the last 6 points.
Here, yeah. Murphy swings around the court. Tara Lynch is calling for it. She gets it inside, goes herself with the left hand. And Black with the rebound, pops it up to Nicole Clancy. We're at speed here, but it's reversed, and Annalise has a layup, an open layup, and it goes in.
Yeah, she's starting to get herself involved in the game. You know, the last 5 points there for her team. They didn't get her more involved, get her the ball in the right position. She'll definitely make the scores for them.
Long shot there from Niamh Hickey. As Glanmire managed to keep hold of possession there. Annalise with a cool, calm head slows it down a bit, calls the play, and then drives on her left hand and
What a finish.
That was a tough shot.
The switch from the left-hand dribble to the right-hand shot. Brilliant job by Annalise.
Clancy, Maeve O'Shea, out to Hickey once more. Black with a great rebound. She's been working so hard for DCU, and it pops out to Phillips. No, just didn't have the legs on it, and we are going out.
Yeah, that's a good call from Stephen Brearley there. Like, she picked up the ball. That's when she was initially fouled. Then she took her step after it to make the layup. So it is a baseline ball. Good start for the quarter from Glanmire, Mary.
Yeah, brilliant start, yeah. Got some fresh legs come in on both sides. Annalise taking a break there, interestingly, after a storming start to that quarter.
I'd say she won't be out there for too long now.
Long shot in from Grania Conway of DCU. Nia Furlong instead comes out with it. Maeve McCarthy.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, super score from Maeve.
She was looking for that. She wanted to get her on her left hand and just go and finish that layup. I've seen her sister do that with the right hand a lot of times.
Don't forget, you can join in the conversation with us just as we watch Maeve driving with that left hand to the basket. Join in the conversation with us on social media using our hashtag #HulaHoopsCup. You all gave Conor Meany some nice comments. Nice is the operative word there, but last night. So feel free to get in touch with us. Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, whatever takes your fancy.
Poor old Conor got a rough time, Mary, did he?
Deserved,
Oh,
Kojak.
wow.
he was giving out some abuse to Sean Ingle there over the mic last night. So
no better man than Sean to back himself up, though.
McCarthy again on the left hand. Maeve O'Shea is wise to her though. Clancy has O'Shea ahead of her. She sees her, she doesn't need her. She's going all the way herself. Lovely score.
Yeah, did a super job of keeping her body between her and the defender and then just finishing on her left hand. Great finish from Nicole Clancy.
As Annalise rolls up towards the subs bench here. Subs chairs even. Ready to come back on. Clancy.
Here's
There
that
she
layup
is,
again,
yeah.
Mary. She takes that drive and just keeps her body between. Does really well. Takes the bump and is still able to finish. She's a real live wire in the defense as well.
Yeah, super hands, yeah. The midway point nearly now of this quarter. Much feistier start from Glanmire. As the refs just having a chat there with the table. All's good though.
Commissioner Jerry Kelly telling Mr. Brearley that he's on the ball.
Murphy finds Furlong. Across to O'Driscoll. Takes on Elizabeth Black. Didn't fall for her.
Just a little bit of extra height there. Elizabeth is helping her on O'Driscoll at the minute, I think.
Oh, fancy. No. Ronnie Conway, apologies.
Nice shot from Ronnie.
Yeah. Murphy wants to respond in kind. Unlucky for her not to fall, but we're on a fast one here for DCU. Conway, 2 scores in a row from her.
And Damien Seeley's got to be ecstatic down there at the minute. He's brought on 2 girls in this quarter, and both of them have come in, one with 6 points in a row, and then Conway with 4 points in a row. That's great stuff from his bench.
Yeah, they have such a deep bench, though. We were saying that last night in the 20s. When you can replace internationals with internationals,
It's scary.
yeah. I didn't know the words first. And headed for a timeout with 4:39 to go as we watch that last shot from Conway. A lovely score. .4:39 to go in the second quarter of the Hula Hoops Under-18 Women's National Cup Final. Reigning champions DCU Mercy currently leading the way 30 points to 18 over Glanmire. But it's been a different Glanmire team in the second quarter, really, hasn't it, Kojak? They've been really, really driving at them.
Yeah, they've done a really good job since they came back in. Like they've got their offense going. They found Annalise, a little bit of space here and there to make her. She's had 5 points in this quarter so far. They're still taking difficult shots because the defense is coming in from DCU, but they're definitely, the tempo is up and their rhythm is a bit better.
Ali Donahue fakes the shot and moves to a better position and gets her own rebound, and a lovely score.
Yeah, Ali stayed with it there. Good shot, good fake first, good shot, and then good finish off the rebound.
Mia Furlong pops up to help out Murphy. Gives it back to her, and a lovely move inside. That ball just had a little bit too much height on it for Furlong, but the idea was good.
Yeah, nice screen. There's the shot from Ali. She goes back in, gets her own rebound, steps through and finishes with her right hand. There's a nice screen there from Maeve McCarthy to get the Glanmire player free going to the basket, but unfortunately she couldn't reach the pass.
Cara Cassidy back on the court there for DCU Mercy. Clancy to Black, finds Donoghue in space. Back to Clancy. Cara Cassidy's calling for it, but Clancy almost got through there, and this time she did.
Pass.
Yeah, unbelievable.
What a great pass. Great rebound from Ali as well there to make it happen.
Oof. Hit the deck there, Mia Furlong and Ali Donoghue.
Yeah, getting a little feisty out there, but it's a cup final. Watch this here, Mary. We see the pass from. Oh, that's the rebound. Sorry. Here's the pass from Elizabeth. Beautiful pass under the basket. Great finish.
Cara Cassidy has Clancy running ahead of her. Kicks it out to Black. Donoghue. Cara Cassidy there for the rebound, and it's gone off her leg by the looks of it.
Coach Seeley's definitely running his bench a lot more. He's getting players in, keeping them fresh. That's only going to help them as this game goes longer into the second half as well.
Well, important really as well to know, because DCU Mercy are in 3 finals this weekend. One of them last night, so a couple of tired legs today, I'm sure, and another massive one tomorrow, also against Glanmire. So a good few of these young under-18s feature on that Super League panel, featured last night at under-20. So rotations are key. Ali Donoghue did well to pluck that out of the air there, and a lovely, lovely score for DCU's Fiona O'Grady to finish off that move.
Yeah, it's fantastic ball movement again, and just making sure that it gets to the open player for the easier shot. Victims of their own success, Mary. Is that what I say?
Yeah.
Some achievement.
Some achievement, yeah. It's great to see the work going on in clubs around the country, though, just as we see this DCU kick back out here to O'Grady. Clubs around the country, we saw Neptune last year with 3 in the cup finals, and they won the treble last year. We had Brunel with 3 in the semi-finals. KCYMS, that's Killorglin, also 3 across the semi-finals, and their men's, of course, contesting that President's Cup. Templeow with 2, Glanmire with 2. Super work going on at club level around the country, Kojak, no?
Absolutely, 100%. And you can even see it in the schools during the week. Nearly every one of the kids that were playing in the B and A's and even in the C's are involved with some club somewhere. That's fantastic for the growth of our game.
Yeah, it's great work, and there's tireless work being done by volunteers around the country at this club level to keep these young players interested and playing. So shout out to all of them.
I know Clancy missed that shot, but it's just the simple things she does, and she does very well. It's a little up fake, and then she goes underneath the player to get a good shot away. She was unfortunate with the finish that time, but she's a really good player and playing really well this weekend.
Yeah, high fives from the teammates there as she hits the bench, as Melissa Kelly checks in her place, and O'Driscoll at the other end draws the foul as she tried to get past Kelly.
That was a tough shot to try and make. She got between the 2 players, as you see here, and she did get her shot away. Definitely got bumped, and is going to have 2 free throws now.
Height-wise as well, just no fear there, driving through. First one's good. Gets them onto the 20-point mark. She's been playing very well so far for Glanmire.
Sure has. It was the lady that Mark talked about before the game.
I just jinxed her there.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Commentator's curse, isn't that what they call it? Yeah, Mark Scannell speaks really high of her, how she's come from Lee Valley down in Cork to come into Glanmire, you know, and in 3 years has put herself in an international program. Great determination from the young kid.
Yeah, most definitely. Cara Cassidy into O'Shea, a beautiful pass. Doesn't drop her. What a pass from Eve O'Shea.
Yeah, it's off her right hand, you know, driving baseline, but her hand's outside the court, so it's, you know, it's harder to defend. So brilliant pass though, and court awareness.
Yeah, big time. Annalise at the other end. We're heading towards the 40-second mark. It fell for her the last time on the other side, but this time, no, as she goes head to head with her under 18 teammate from last year, Cara Cassidy at the other end. Donahue.
That's a great box out from O'Driscoll there against Brona. And she's at it again, look.
Yeah. No fear, as we said, and here she is on the ball.
Height doesn't matter when you get technique.
Yeah, exactly. What a pass. Just as you said, technique. What a pass.
She's come alive there the last couple of seconds now as the pass goes into Brona.
Oh. Mia Furlong called for a foul there against Cara Cassidy. Tough one there from a player, you know, where you see a DCU coming in with a kind of nearly an open layup. Your gut instinct really is to stop it, isn't it?
Yeah, when I was playing, I used to give people a hug when it'd go that fast in the basketball. It's the only way I was stopping them.
Hanging out of their socks.
Never got that close. We watched the last men's game. You watched Shane McCarthy and his defense against the bigger guys was unbelievable.
Unbelievable, yeah. Cassidy makes it 2 from 2 as we tick into the last 10 seconds here. O'Driscoll again. The live wire pops it to Annalise Murphy. Boom! There we go. Murphy showing exactly what she can do as we head to the buzzer of this second quarter. We go in at half time. DCU Mercy 38-25. This game is far from over.
space, you know, and it's easy for them to get the finish. I know it was a hard step to finish, but when she's able to get going towards the basket, and she's going to be very hard to stop that.
Annalise just falls short of the target there. Oh, super dispossession by Annalise though. She was well tuned into that inbound there.
Yeah, she's definitely not willing to give this up yet. You can see it written all over her face, you know. She's ready to go now for the second half.
Just looking at some of the stats from the first half. It's Annalise who is the top scorer for Glanmire at the moment with 12 points, with Claudia Kearney, no, Tara Lynch behind her with 7, and then at the other end it's a 12-point game for Brona Cassidy as well, with some other good scoring there from Ciara Phillips, as we saw, and Nicole Clancy with 6 points each for them, as Temple Oak under 18 men and Neptune under 18 men file into the arena here. I was wondering what Jason Killeen was doing here with his championship haircut, all ready to go, but I forgot he is of course the head coach of the under 18 team, so a big day for Jay.
Yeah, best of luck to Jay and the guys in the next game. It's going to be a great game against Neptune. I don't make any comments on haircuts, Mary.
Well, as much slagging as I can get out of this cup final really now between Connor and Jason, I will.
Yeah, work's going to be a tough place on Monday morning, I'd say.
Oh, I know, yeah. I might just have to take a day off, I think. It's been a tough place all week in the build-up to it as well. They had a full day where they matched everything the other one ate, just to make sure that there was no advantage given. So if one had a bag of hula hoops, the other one had a bag of hula hoops. Oh, beautiful, beautiful move by Mia Furlong.
Great finish as well. Nice strong move to the basket.
Cara Cassidy finds Donoghue meanwhile at the other end.
There's a 3 from Clancy, just to etch out that lead again to 18 points.
7:14 to go in this third quarter. Annalise finds Maeve McCarthy. Maeve, who's been doing so well for them, and almost gets that pass through the defence to Mia Furlong, but Elizabeth Black read it all the way, and it's responded to at the other end, Annalise Murphy.
You know, speak about reading the pass, she did a fantastic job. Great pass from Maeve McCarthy. Nice finish inside. Of course, Maeve's older sister Ciara, I know, is watching all the way in Michigan, Mary.
Very good, shout out to her. Very proud, I'm sure, to be watching her sister here in this cup final. Marquee weekend of the Irish basketball calendar, where everyone wants to be the last weekend of January.
Thanks, Mary.
Sorry, Coach. But you're here and doing such a fine job on commentary.
Myself and poor old Dave Baker, Mary, I don't know.
I know, I gave Dave an awful lot of stick. I'd love him on timeout.
Here's this, oh, looked like maybe a double dribble.
Don't worry, Kojak, there's always next year. He's shaking his head at me here. I'll leave you alone now.
Thanks, Mary. Appreciate that.
We've been giving Niall McDermott lessons here in the pronunciation of Killorglin as well, as he is up with you, as far as I'm aware.
That's right, yeah.
For the President's Cup
we've also taught him how to spell it, Mary.
Yeah.
The big 3 from Ali.
Niamh Kenny, super rebound, and out to Maeve O'Shea. She timed, but it just came off the front of the rim, and won back again by Clancy. Oh, what a no-look pass.
Well, she's
super.
had a game, you know. She's playing really well.
And we are headed for a timeout here with 5:55 to go in this quarter 3. 5:55 to go here in quarter 3 in this hula hoops under 18 women's national cup final. Glanmire against DCU Mercy.
Yeah, Mercy aren't letting up here. They're straight up on their full court press. Trying to make it difficult for Glanmire. Doing a good job of it so far. Maybe just a little bit easy to read that as Driscoll came from one side of the floor to the other. You could see Annalise curling underneath, trying to get her to pass, and well read by the DCU defense there.
Niamh Kenny fights so hard on defense. I've seen it so many times watching her this year. She's a hard worker as McCarthy checks back in.
That's great determination there.
Oh yeah, she throws her life on the ball there. Brings
it down to 6 seconds on the shot clock now, so they've done their job defensively. It's going to be a tough shot here from Glanmire no matter what, Shot clock violation there, so we are headed back to DCU. I think Ronan said the ball hit the rim. I didn't see it hit the rim myself, to be honest.
I didn't think so myself now either, but nonetheless, it's a DCU Mercy ball. And Kenny finds Cara Cassidy, Maeve O'Shea, lovely pop out to the key, and then gets her rebound, and the foul is called. Against DCU. Against Maeve O'Shea, I think.
Yep.
And a Glanmire ball. Annalise, oh, Genie. She's just so good. Out to the 3-point. Just not dropping for her at the moment.
As a basketball person, and yourself, when you started making noises instead of making actual words, something good's after happening,
Yeah, well, Andy kept giving out to me this week. He kept saying, Mary, you say the same thing just as we see Annalise with those serious ball handling skills to keep control of that ball. But he kept saying to me, I kept saying his word and I couldn't understand what he was talking about, but it's just that wow kind of noise where you're like, there are no words.
Yeah, you've got to be able to enjoy the game as well.
Yeah. Shots half the crack of the commentary, isn't it?
See Mr. Kelleher after walking through the door.
Looking dapper as always, I'm sure. Maybe Shea nearly got a hand to that, but Quirk pops it out to Annalise. Unlucky again there for Murphy. Maeve McCarthy, great interception, but Clancy wins it back. Ooh. Her jump shot, she drew the foul there off Furlong.
Yeah, you got to let her land. She did well. She kind of moved forward even in her shooting motion, so that means that the defense is going to come into her. It's going to let her go to the line for 2 free throws now. It's a bugbear of mine, that one, Mary. That can hurt people when you're coming in. Not saying that it's deliberate or anything like that, but if people come underneath you when you're shooting, it can be a little bit dangerous.
Yeah. Well, she's up and netting them here from the free throw line. Good, 2 good scores there from Clancy as Phillips comes in for Maeve O'Shea. Phillips, who had such a good second quarter there for DCU Mercy, got some great back-to-back scores.
Yeah, it's 6 points in a row there.
Murphy goes off the screen from Quirk, has 2 chasing her. Pops out to McCarthy. She goes on to that left hand again, and what a pass. McCarthy has been, some of his assists today have been super.
Yeah, she's been fantastic, driving and hitting the open player once she attracts the defense. Great job from Maeve. Just with Annalise, Mary, you see that. Here's that pass again. Little drive, great pass inside. Nice little bounce pass for an easy 2. The shot she's taking her off balance. They're forcing her off balance with the defense they're playing against her, so they're doing a really good job on her. Here she goes, though, to the basket. Oh, what a pass!
Oh, they deserve something for that pass.
Rona turned around. She thought the ball was gone, and it wasn't. What a move. Unlucky with the finish. Here it is. Watch this as she takes it strong to the basket. Her eyes are up. She knows exactly what she wants to do. Oh my God, great pass. Great D from Maeve McCarthy there. And again, good rebound for Glanmire. The foul is called on Niamh Kenny there, so that's going to be the 14th foul as well for DCU, Mary.
Yeah. Still quite early in the quarter. I know it looks like there's not long left, but there's a long way to go here, and it's early to be getting into foul trouble. You don't want to be sending Glanmire to the line too often. That gap is just not big enough.
Yeah, and like against Glanmire, they have to go at him now. They have to go at the basket, you know, draw those fouls, try and earn easy shots from the free throw line. Great job from Maeve McCarthy there. Nice little hook shot to bring her team back within 16 points. Fancy for DCU. Kenny, ball is tipped away. So it's going to be an out of bounds for DCU. Here's that last play from Maeve McCarthy. Again, great strong move and nice finish from Maeve. Corner three comes in from DCU. Kira Phillips, ball tipped away. Fancy doesn't get the shot away on time. So it's going to be possession with Glanmire. Should let people know, Mary, that you're trying to do 15 things at once here. Fair play to you.
Thanks, Gojak. I'm sorting out team sheets here for the next game, and I've also just answered a couple of tweets there. As said, a lot of people getting in touch with us on the hashtag Hula Hoops Cup hashtag, obviously. So definitely get involved in the conversation. Good to hear a lot of people enjoying the game. And we'll give you guys a few shout outs maybe later on. But keep watching, because this is going to be an absorbing finish to this game. Niamh Furlong just off on the baseline there.
That's a good job from Arma Stakis there. Like, I mean, it's a head injury.
Yeah.
You know, he definitely did the right thing. I know she's off the floor, but he definitely did the right thing in stopping the game. I think there's a rule, if there's one shot after the injury, that you have to stop the game then regardless. Oh, it's just a clash of heads between herself and Elizabeth Black.
Yeah, they're just gonna sub her off there just to give her a couple of minutes, I think. Tara Lynch coming in. It's a hard out floor to be landing on.
Yeah, especially after a clash of heads. It's just, you know, it's... She'll be back in though, tough as nails.
Power Cassidy. What a score. What a player.
We talked about technique here the other day, and you know, been a big thing, and her shooting technique is phenomenal. Great save from Maeve McCarthy there.
Lovely crossover from Annalise Murphy. Just doesn't fall though. Niamh Kenny again, working so hard.
We see this pass and just a one step in, and there's a nice little jump shot.
Don't forget, we're going to have the Special Olympics here at halftime of the President's Cup final as well. The Leicester Special Olympics Club taking on Palmerstown Wildcats at halftime of that President's Cup final. So a big welcome for them to the National Basketball Arena for Cup final weekend. Leicester, one of the big clubs here in Dublin, as you all know. And we're also in the wheelchair basketball final last night, and we'll be contesting the women's NICC final tomorrow against St. Mary's of Castle Island.
Yeah, it's another game I'm looking forward to, Mary.
Hard to pick a favourite, Kojak. They're all set to be cracking games.
Yeah, you've got your, Katrina White, of course, with Gillespie, the experience that's there, and then like the girls from Castle Island have all played National League. We would have played against them over the last few years. Aoife Nolans and Denise Dunlays and these girls. I mean, and a really, really, good coach in Liam Cullity as well. So it's going to be really exciting.
Jump ball called there. That's Elizabeth Black. You can see here as she drives to the basket, Annalise getting a hand in.
Good job from Annalise there to get both hands on the ball.
A 20-point game here with 42 seconds to go. Scoreboard maybe not reflecting the nature of this game because Glanmire have really been battling so hard. Niamh Kenny. Power Cassidy again getting another offensive rebound, Kojak.
There's a wide open three from
Elizabeth Black.
Lizzie Black. She's done that before. Yeah, like Power Cassidy on the boards, but like it's not only that, she's leading her team very well. Herself and Clancy, I think, have been outstanding for
big
DCU. And they've only got one more game to play tomorrow, Mary. That's all.
I'd love them, But where else would you want to be as a player, though?
That's it.
Cup final weekend. Not
Great
one,
pass.
not two, three. And what a score on the buzzer from Glanmire to leave it at the end of quarter three, 56-35 in favour of DCU. And welcome here to quarter four of the Hula Hoops Under-18 Women's National Cup Final. I'm having a giggle here because they're trying to throw hula hoops up to us here in the crow's nest, not successfully. So Kojak's gone running to get some. Hula Hoops, of course, the sponsor of this big cup final weekend, and are providing some great entertainment for us all here throughout at halftime and all. And thanks for that. Kojak returns with crisps and stats. Nothing better on a Saturday morning. Maeve O'Shea, what a score for DCU Mercy. And again, just looking here, Annalise still on 12 there. Tara Lynch has moved up to 11 points. And then at the other end, Nicole Clancy on 11. Brona Paracassi on 18, top scorer for the game so far. And Ciara Phillips has added another 2 to her tally to bring her up to 8.
Yeah, again, you got to give Coach Healy a big pat on the back for the way he's rested his players, make sure he's keeping them fresh. Here's that shot from the corner there from
Maeve O'Shea.
Yeah. So his players are definitely fresh as they come on the floor, and he's done a really good job of getting his rotations right.
a tough job this weekend as well, as we keep saying, with 3 teams. It must be very hard to just rotate, to keep the legs fresh, to keep, you know, that they've probably been training hard all week as well for the 3 games. They had a tough game against Leicester in the Super League last Saturday evening in the wheelchair in Clontarf, and you know, it's been a long road into this cup.
Yeah, like it's difficult enough to get rotations right on one team, but knowing then in the back of your mind, last night's game, you've got 2 games left, you know, and then you've got the final on Sunday as well, the Super League final, which is obviously the marquee event for ladies basketball. It's a fantastic achievement for the club, and you know, it is hard to do, and I think the coach last night, Tiffany, did a really good job, and definitely Damien's done a great job today of it as well.
Niamh Kenny trying to get one up before the shot clock. I told them already, Kojak, that we went running for crisps, so they know.
Hula hoops are coming.
8:24 to go in quarter 4. Can DCU Mercy keep their crown? They already retained their under 20 crown last night. Looking to make it 2 from 2. Elizabeth Black, who has been so good for DCU today at both ends of the floor, especially on defense though, and as you said, Kojak had that extra little bit of height on some occasions that just helped against Glanmire.
It just makes it a great finish as well.
Yeah.
You know, it just makes it more difficult for them to shoot the ball. She plays with her hands up really well, and she just stays in front of the offensive player. So again, it's tougher.
O'Driscoll for Glanmire.
We shouldn't be surprised that she comes from a fantastic basketball family out there in around Swords.
Yeah, Jeannie, yeah. They've been involved in so many big games this year, especially down in the cup final weekend. And Joan Black coaching the senior women's, as we see this move from her here again.
It's a good step, and she took a lot of contact as well, and it's a great finish there from Elizabeth.
You see the hula hoops guys with their Instagram banners there in the crowd on your screens. Don't forget, of course, to follow Hula Hoops Ireland on Instagram and indeed all social platforms, because they'll be putting up some of their favourite snaps from the weekend, so you'll be able to see if you can spot yourself or your friends and family. And a reminder again, we said it yesterday, we'll say it again, national camp registration is also open. Big camp in Gormanstown in its 45th year this year, with some super coaching from Irish and further afield. Set to be another great week. I think it's 2 weeks.
Is it 2 weeks this year? Yeah, I was just about to ask that.
Starting July 8th. Matt Hall may correct me if I'm wrong. I just don't have the dates in front of me here, but Basketball Ireland website has all the info you need. And it's up to 17 years of age. Oh, what a score there from Grania Conway on the buzzer for DCU Mercy.
Yeah, Grania's done well. She's shipped in now with around 7-8 points there, I think, at this stage. Elizabeth Black defense again.
Yeah, super. Wins the ball back. Niamh Kenny. Good hands there by McCarthy, I think it was.
Yeah, look, it's a fantastic team performance. We're going to go for a timeout here, I think, Mary.
Yeah, 6:49 here to go in the 4th as we just watch that move there again.
Finding the open player.
6:49 here to go in this fourth quarter. Hula Hoops Under 18 Women's National Cup Final. DCU Mercy leading the way 63-35. And we're on the free throw line with them at the moment. First one is good. Neve Kenny on the line. Oh. Rolls around and pops back out. McCarthy picks up the loose ball, fires it to Murphy. Unfortunately, that pass doesn't work out. The idea was good again. Oh, super movement on the break here by DCU. A lovely finish by Maeve O'Shea from a good pass across from Neve Kenny. They're so fluid, really, when they're out in transition like that, aren't they?
It's team basketball. Like, I mean, the ball touched the floor. It's one dribble, pass, pass, one dribble, layup. Yeah. It's the full length of the floor in 3 passes and a great finish. Just still trying to get over my beautiful barbecue hula hoops there, Mary.
He was munching away on them there during the break. Don't forget, I've said it a million times, we've got the under 18 men's coming up next at, what time of day are we at? Go check it out. 2 o'clock it's coming up at. Neptune and Temple Oak. Temple Oak, the home team, as we just have a bit of a break here.
Seems to be a bit of feedback there from something or someone.
Something's buzzing in the arena anyway. Looking there at Ronan O'Sullivan, giving some tips to Glanmire, to his girls there. And at the other end, Damien Seeley doing the same, just bringing them in for a quick chat.
You look at the scoreboard and it says it's a 31-point game. Like, you watch this game and it doesn't look anything like a 31-point game.
No.
We know that DCU have definitely been in charge, but Glanmire have played really well and they've fought really hard.
Yeah, really good basketball here. And it has been already so far. Across the weekend, this being game 4, of course. Blue Demons and Leixlip playing out the men's NICC in the first game.
Really enjoyed that game, actually, just to watch Shane McCarthy, Shane Collin doing what they do, and then a fantastic effort from Liam Carmody with 36 points in that game.
Yeah.
It was great to watch. So just waiting on this to be fixed here, whatever the issue is.
A lot of support here around the arena.
I'm going to go back to my hula hoops with Mary if they don't get it fixed soon.
That wouldn't be the worst thing. Face painting and all going on. Support for Glanmire and DCU, and no doubt Neptune. I think she had an N on her forehead, that little girl there anyway.
But it's great if you look across on the other side, you see all the senior players from both these clubs there.
There's the Red Army at Temple Oak. She's also eating hula hoops. There you go, Kojak. You're not alone in this early morning snack. It's not even early morning anymore.
I think there's about 400 people in here eating hula hoops in a minute.
Temple Oak, of course, have a big day today in their club. Under 18 men's final next, as I said, and at 8 o'clock their Super League team are hoping to make it 2 cups in 2 years, 3 years I suppose you could call it. Their last win in 2016. UC Marion haven't won the cup since 2011, but are league leaders in the men's Super League. And it's set to be a cracking game, live on TG Car at 8 o'clock this evening.
The Battle of the Beards,
the Battle of the Beards is right, yeah. It's very, very prominent around the Basketball Ireland offices these days, all the beards.
Just not sure what's going on here at the minute.
Yeah, that'd be great. I don't think they can play any music. Other games you're looking forward to, Kojak? Of course, when these two teams meet again tomorrow evening. Glanmire chasing 5 in a row. The drive for 5 against DCU Mercy.
Yeah, DCU again, league leaders going under the radar. I mean, people are saying
they're underdogs.
They're underdogs.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a cracker of a game. Would definitely not like to pick that one. I think the Women's Division 1 final will be
that's a very tough one to call, actually, isn't it? Father Matthews, of course, playing Meteors. It's Dwyer Fire here tomorrow evening, because Niamh Dwyer lining out for Father Matthews, and her sister Grania, who is over in the front row of the stand across from us. She is also lining out, but she's lining out from Glanmire in the second senior women's game tomorrow.
I talked to Coach Fleming there yesterday. He was just saying he'd never seen the kind of atmosphere that's around his practice this week. The girls are really up for it and they're ready to go. And
they did a tough game against Marble City Hawks last weekend. I was down at that on Saturday night. Obviously, you were in Cork gearing up for Neptune, so I'm not sure if you saw it, but Marble City Hawks, absolutely clinical performance in the Women's Division 1. So good test for Father Matthews coming into this weekend.
Yeah, Marble City Hawks are probably one of those teams that don't get enough credit.
Yeah, they're fabulous to watch.
I think
they're nice to watch.
Like they've a really good team down there. They've 2 good foreign players playing, and then they have lots of players that have been there from the start, like your Anya Sheehy and Sheila and these girls. And they've got a very good coach in Julian, who's done a very good job with them over the last 3 years to get them where they are now. So yeah, but like Father Matthews, I heard you. I watched the show on Wednesday night, which I really enjoyed. I just think that you come to a cup final. I don't care about form before it. It's what happens on the day. I know that Meteors are a really good team. The Americans are really good. And then you've got Cato Flaherty and to name but one of the Meteors team who are going to come out and be ready to go in the final tomorrow.
And it looks like we're about to get back underway here after that little delay. We are indeed. 6:26 to go. It's a 66 to 35 point game here, a lead for DCU.
Stephen Birdie was just asking both coaches, are they happy to go ahead? And they both said yes, I think. Sounds like crickets or something like that.
I don't know what it is it? Yeah. Maybe they're all just sick of listening to us talking and they decided to drown us out.
Maybe they're eating those beautiful hula hoop songs. That's what it is.
We'll have to start paying you for all these name drops. Ali Donoghue. Clancy again. Maeve O'Shea.
She does that so well.
She
drives to the basket, attracts the second defender, and then she's got the wherewithal to be able to get the pass away. And it's a great job again from Nicole Clancy.
Annalise Murphy. Fabulous ball handling skills from Murphy, and it comes back to her. Just unlucky Murphy has been today, hasn't she, with a couple of those shots. A couple of those threes that dropped, you might be looking at a different scoreline. Well, obviously you would be, but be a lot closer.
I know
you know
what you're
I
saying.
mean.
Absolutely know what you're saying. And like you have to give DCU the credit on that. Like talking to Damien before the game, he did say that like their job was to stop Annalise and make sure that she didn't get into a rhythm, and they've done that very effectively. And Annalise has really worked hard to try and get herself in the game, but it's been a great team performance from DCU, to be fair. Yeah,
no, it really has. We said it. We've had a couple of strong team performances this week, Kojak. We were commentating, as you said, on Ciara Bracken's 9 3-point game against 9 3-pointers. I can't even speak anymore, Kojak. The under-19 game for Coláiste Ciarán, and that was some team performance during the week as well.
Yeah, like I just said it in the first game. Like the funny thing is, you see that performance from Ciara with the 9 threes, and you kind of go, "Wow, that's unbelievable." And
sure, we were saying, "Oh, she's going to be in headlines around the place." Yeah.
Next minute, you see young Fulton coming out in the next game and putting in a shift like he did with 15. It was 15 from 19, I think. Yeah. But I watched the first half, especially Mary. Like he was 11 from 12.
Oh yeah, ridiculous.
And it was just phenomenal. I mean,
you'd be happy getting that. Well, I would be ecstatic because I can't hit 3-pointers to save my life. But you'd be happy getting that at a training where there's no defender in front of you. If I got 11 out of 12, I would have been out celebrating. He had full defence in front of him.
In an All-Ireland final.
In an All-Ireland final. And then BBC went out to him yesterday, and he had a school bag on his back in his school uniform. They threw a basketball at him, and he popped it into the net.
On his first shot, is what in fairness, what the reporter said. I love Jason's bit of commentary the other day where he said it'd take him 2 weeks to drain 13 threes just when he was in the middle of his streak.
Jason's only he's allowed to hit 1 3-pointer in for Mark Keenan's Temple Oak, and if he gets that in, he's allowed to take another one. That's the rule for Jason.
when he played with us down in Carlow for that year in colleges, I was never able to tell him what to do, so it didn't really matter.
Maeve O'Shea again. Annalise Murphy. You gotta give it to Glanmire. They are battling so hard. As you said, that score line doesn't really reflect the nature of this game.
Yeah, it belies the game. Like, I mean, Glanmire are, at any age group, are never going to stop. You know, as we found to our detriment earlier on in the season, we were 14 points up against the Super League girls, and they came back to, you know, to really put the hurt in us in the last quarter. You know, so it's not in their nature to stop playing. Great pass inside there from Nicole Clancy.
Pass, yeah.
She must have 8 or 10 assists, I'd say, at this stage.
.345 to go here as we are with Mia Furlong on the free throw line. Caoimhe O'Driscoll getting a much deserved break. She's been so good for Glanmire today, as have they all. It's been a superb performance, both sides. Furlong misses that first one.
Mark Scannell had said to me earlier on about both herself, Caoimhe, and Erica O'Shea, who both came from Lee Valley. Mark says that Erica is a super footballer and want to be watched. She's on the Cork under 16 or under 18 football team, I think.
That is not an easy feat, getting onto the Cork County ladies team either. That they've dominated ladies GAA for the last couple of years. Obviously Dublin more recently as well, but you must be pretty good if you're in around the Cork County football team.
Absolutely.
Elizabeth Black finds O'Shea. Lovely score from O'Shea. She's really been chipping away here as well, you know.
Yeah, she's hit that shot. Like, I mean, she's found herself in the short corner a lot of times, and she's made it more often than not.
There it is again, that shot from O'Shea. I'm sure she's on a few of the replays today because she really has hit some lovely, lovely scores for them.
She's a fantastic player, and, you know, again, the future is bright for DCU with these players coming through.
Yeah. I was laughing with Mark Scannell the other day when I was telling him about, or not Mark Scannell, Mark Ingle, about, you know, that they hadn't won the cup at senior level since 2011, and he was like, well, Brona and Maeve and Nicole, they were all just 10 years old.
Yeah.
When
crazy.
that last cup was won, and here they are lining out tomorrow now for their Super League team at the age of 17.
I remember being here a couple of years ago with Mark Ingle watching one of the under 18s or under 16 teams. I can't remember, but Brona's sister was playing.
Oh yeah, she's a lovely player as well.
She's in the States now at the minute, and Sorsha, but Mark had said to me, just watch this kid, and he pointed at Brona, and guarantee in a few years' time you're going to be talking about her.
And how right he was. Annalise Murphy at the other end, meanwhile, had a lovely shot there for Glanmire, closing the gap a little bit as subs come in for Glanmire. Finds Maeve O'Shea again. Unlucky there, I thought that was all the way in. Oh, what a pass.
Great pass from Maeve McCarthy again.
Unlucky by Annalise Murphy not to finish it, but credit to Maeve McCarthy. There was some vision up the court there.
You know, there's a minute and 58 seconds to go in this game, and it's a 30-point game, and two players slide across the floor to try and gain possession of the ball.
Yeah. I don't think the scoreboard is on their minds here at all. It's just a battle. They want to win their own individual battles.
Very true.
Mia Furlong battling, as I just said, and I'd say she'll be heading for the free throw line.
So Damien's going to take Brona and Maeve out now just to let them enjoy the last few minutes from the bench.
Well, what a performance they both put in.
And then Elise on the other side is checked out, so I'd say their day is done and they're ready for their Super League final tomorrow.
DCU on the attack again.
Oh, nice step. Couldn't finish though, and it's going to be Glanmire with the ball. Maeve McCarthy. Mia Furlong's going to come out here. And checking into the game for Glanmire is Nicole Bulger. DCU now 14 fouls.
Maeve McCarthy wins it back. And a nice finish there from Glanmire's Roshan Quirk. Nice move through the DCU defense there.
Yep, we're going to go 50 seconds to go here now, and it's just going to be offense for offense, I'd say. See a few of the Killorglin crew coming in now, Mary.
Yeah, indeed. I was going to say they're early, but it's actually me losing track of the day. Killorglin, of course, playing at 4 o'clock against Ballincollig.
Just missed another great pass from Maeve McCarthy there along the baseline. She's had a really good game on on the losing team. She's played super.
22 seconds to go. 22 seconds until DCU will be crowned under 18 Women's National Cup champions. 74-42 is what we're reading at the moment on the scoreline. I doubt it's going to change here either, as they just managed to keep hold of the ball till that final buzzer, and there we go. Look at those celebrations. DCU Mercy back-to-back under 18 champions. They've done the double now. Defended their under 20 crown, defended their under 18 crown.
It's great to see those kids. It means as much to them as anything, you know. You see them running onto the floor there. That's a fantastic achievement, and well done to DCU.
Yeah. So many standout players for them in that game.
For me, their defense was phenomenal. They made Glanmire work for every single shot, every single board. And they held Glanmire to 42 points in 40 minutes, which is a great achievement. And they're very deserving winners. Glanmire themselves played a great game and should be really proud of the way they stayed going right to the very end.
Yeah, and as we said, the scoreline doesn't really reflect how close the game was, particularly the second half. It was just a battle. 74-42 is the scoreline that has won the under 18 Women's National Cup. And presentations being done there by Bernard O'Byrne, Secretary General of Basketball Ireland, and President of Basketball Ireland, Teresa Walsh, and Orla Rooney, And Glanmire are going to head for the podium first. A silver medal. Some talented young players on that podium. And names that you are going to be hearing over the next couple of years, because we've been hearing about them so much already since they first came on our radar at very underage, in through the schools. Some of them it's their last game at under 18, but between club and national teams, they're definitely names that you're going to be hearing over and over again. As Ronan O'Sullivan comes down with the last medal there. DCU fans cheering on their girls there, led out by Elizabeth Black and Brona Parra-Cassidy. Great to see Orla up there. She knows these girls so well as well. DCU Mercy. And all of the team getting their medals there, their gold medals. Damien Seeley, who did such a good job with rotations throughout that final. A double of cups. Can they make it a treble is the big question. Live on TG Cahir tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. And here we go for the MVP award. Brona Parra-Cassidy is MVP of this under-18 women's final after an absolutely brilliant performance. Up on 18 points. Being presented there by Bernard O'Byrne. And what a deserving, though there are so many great players across this game today. And the final presentation is of course the cup. That coveted cup is winging its way back to DCU Mercy. And Brona Parra-Cassidy, joint captains, Elizabeth Black, are going to lift this together. And there we go. There are your under-18 champions. And just before we go, a reminder that we will be back at 2 o'clock with Temple Oak and Neptune going head-to-head in the under-18 men. Thanks for watching.